Hi there, wanted to make a quick video for you today on how to build confidence in your child. This is a question I get probably most often, as well as bullying. I do a lot of work on how to prevent bullies. But the confidence question for young people, old people, you name it. Every parent, it seems, wants to know how to create confidence in their kids. And the reason why this is such an important skill to teach is because confidence is proven to do more than your education, what grades you have, your social status, what family you're born into, your background, your experience, all of that combined. Confidence is the one ingredient that determines how successful you'll be in life. So it is really important to master the art of confidence. And confidence is definitely something you can learn. I've been teaching about confidence for a while now, and what people don't realize is that we want to think it's linked to our genetics. We inherited confidence from our uncle or our grandma. Not entirely true. It's not linked to your genetics, and it's also not even linked to your personality. A very small amount is. It's linked to action. There's one definition of confidence that I love, that is turning your thoughts into action. Think about that. Turning your thoughts into action. So that means you can create confidence by doing actionable steps. That actionable step is ideally an activity that you are really good at, something you love and that you're good at. So if you want to build confidence in your kids, the first step is to find something they're good at. And this is where parents, you have to step back and let them choose the activity of their choice. If they want to take up fencing or ballet dancing or trombone lessons, you cannot determine, do not persuade your child to do the activity that you did as a kid, or because you were not the cheerleader you want them to be. Let them choose what is their calling. It could be musical, it could be art, maybe they like cooking. Let them find it. And if they don't know, you may have to pay for a couple lessons until they find it. I know I was that type of kid. My mom threw me in every class until I found what stuck. And for me, I never would have guessed, but what stuck was karate. So you never know what's going to stick. But you have to let them try different things. Before I transitioned to be a speaker on bullying and assault prevention for women, I ran martial arts schools for many years. And I would see kids come in who you could tell their parents just signed them up for this class and they had no interest in learning it. They did not want to be there. Those were the hardest students to teach because they're not interested in it. So don't force your kids to do something they don't want to do. It wastes the instructor's time, and your money. Because your kids naturally are drawn to something. Every kid has an innate ability, an innate interest. And your job as their parents to help foster that. And when you find what your kid loves to do, you're going to see them shine. Some kids, it's the strangest things. Stephen King actually became a horror author because he was so afraid of things like spiders, rats. I think it was also spooky cars. That's how the movie Christine was made. So the way he channeled it was he started writing about all his phobias and they turned into wonderful horror stories. So once your kid finds the activity that they like and that is a good fit for them, let them do it as much as possible. There's no rules on this. Let them enjoy it. Let them do it as much as possible. And then the second step is to celebrate their successes. So I'm talking small successes. Maybe the celebration is, hey, you know what? Let's go out to dinner because you took a chance and you signed up for those hockey lessons. Because you forget what it's like to be a kid. Joining a new club or trying a new activity you've never done before, especially today where everybody starts their kids so early, where they're grooming them to be a professional soccer player by age 6 or something, and now your kid's 12 or 13 and maybe didn't find what they're good at yet. To walk into a new activity for them is daunting. It's stressful. So celebrate the small success. They finish 5 classes celebrate it. Just little celebrations, because when you take a risk at anything, it's hard, not just for us as an adult, but for young people, this is hard too. Celebrating the victories for taking a chance. Now, notice I didn't say the victory for scoring a goal or that your team won. Do not celebrate the results, celebrate the effort. And I see this so much when I watch my kids play sports on the sidelines. And it's interesting how the parents are more invested in the game than the actual kids. The parents are screaming. I'm thinking of these soccer matches. The parents are screaming on the side, get him, get in there, push him if you have to. And the kids sometimes don't even know the score of the game. And I'm not talking little kids. These are preteens. And the kids, they're like, they try their best. They put a good effort in. But sometimes when they lose, they're like, oh, whatever, that was a good game. It's the parents that are getting insane. So do not be that type of parent. Do not put more stress on your child. If you want to build confidence in them, you reward the effort. Hey, that was a great pass you made. Or, I'm so glad you took the chance to be goalie today. Don't only look for the victories of how many goals did you score? Did you guys win? Is your team undefeated? Stop putting more pressure on them. They have enough pressures today. And the third step to build confidence in your kids is to surround them with people that help build them up. And if you're involved with the friends and still helping make play dates for your kids, this is easier to do when they're younger. Surround them with positive people. As they get a little bit older, through middle school and teen years, you may not know who their friends are. But when you find positive kids that are a good fit for your child, encourage those relationships. Invite those kids over. Get involved with those parents. Because even as an adult, when we get older, we don't change who we are to some degree. We're still that little kid, right? Who's now older, and the friends that we hang out with, you may have heard that you are the sum of the 5 people that you spend your time with. Are you spending your time with quality people? Is your child spending time with quality people? If you want to build confidence in kids, the 3 steps are, number 1, let them take a chance on an activity that feels like it's true to them. Number 2, do the activity as much as possible, and when you do, find little successes along the way to celebrate. And number 3 is to surround them with positive friends. The bonus tip is to not let them quit. Do not let them give up. When they get through that stage, and it's in martial arts, there's a very high turnover rate, usually about a year, when kids start to realize this is hard. I don't want to do this anymore. This is hard. And there would be so many kids that would not make it over that 10, 12 month period when things start getting hard. I don't know what the rate is in other sports. I taught martial arts for 15 years, so I know that. But oftentimes you'll hear kids say, Mom, I'm having burnout. I don't want to do this sport anymore. I want to try something new. I would say they have to finish the season. If you're signing up for a course and there's 12 classes, you finish the entire set of classes. Don't let them just dabble in 1 or 2 things. Of course, we want to find what they're good at and what's natural for them. But if you just let them try it one time and quit, they're not going to know. They're not going to know. Like for me personally, if I didn't stay with martial arts, I wanted to quit many times. But my mom didn't let me, and that's how I became a black belt and went on to teach and do all the prevention and assault, bully prevention skills that I teach for women today because of that training. So when your kids want to give up and quit right away, don't let them quit right away. Set a date 6, 12 months out into the future for them to complete the course, and then reassess it at that time. This will make your life less crazy as a parent, schlepping them around to different lessons and signing up for different things all the time. But the persistent piece is important. We're building resiliency in our kids, and we're teaching them that you can't just jump from things. What's going to happen to them in 10 years when they're on a job and they're unhappy that day, or things didn't work out? They can't quickly change all the time. We need them to understand you need to be in something for the long haul. You have to hold on when life gets hard. So I'm Dara Connolly. If this was helpful to you, please hit the subscribe button and check out my other YouTube videos on how to deal with bullies in the workplace as an adult, bullies for your kids. If you're interested in doing one-on-one training with me, check out my upcoming workshops or be sure to visit daraconnolly.com. In the meantime, be empowered.